The threshold Prophet Ibrahim had been away from his family for a long time. For years, there had been no news of him. When he had left, his son Ismail had been a little boy. Years passed, and in his absence Ismail grew to be a sturdy young man. And though Ismail worked hard to earn a living, he did not have much. Once he got married, his wife struggled to run the house within their limited means, and often complained about their poverty. She was not grateful to Allah for what she had. One day, Ibrahim decided to pay his son a visit and arrived at his doorstep clad as a poor man. Ismail was not at home, and his wife, never having met Ibrahim, failed to recognize him. Ibrahim spoke to her and heard her complain about the poverty she lived in. After listening to her, Ibrahim took leave of her and asked her to convey his salutation to her husband. He also asked her to tell Ismail to change the threshold of his house. Ismail's wife did not understand the meaning of his words. When Ismail came back, his wife told him about the visitor. An old man had come to visit Ismail. When I told him about the hardships we faced, he asked me to tell you to change the threshold of our house, she said. Hearing this, and her description of the old man, Ismail understood that the old man had been his father, Ibrahim. It was my father who visited, and he has commanded me to divorce you. Please go back to your family. Ismail correctly interpreted Ibrahim's advice and followed it. In time, Ismail married another woman. For a few years, Ibrahim stayed away from Ismail and his family. One day, he decided to visit his son again. This time too, Ismail was away for some work. Ismail's new wife did not recognize Ibrahim, but greeted him warmly. When he asked about her well-being, she said, "We are prosperous and have no complaints." He asked her if there was enough food and drink in the house. "There is sufficient meat and water," she replied. He blessed her and taking leave of her, asked her to convey his salutation to her husband. When she related this to Ismail, he asked her if the old man had offered any advice. "Yes," she said. "He told me to tell you to keep the threshold of your house." Ismail was happy on hearing this. "The old man was my father, and you are the threshold of our house. He has asked me to keep you with me," Ismail told his wife. He and his wife stayed together, satisfied with what they had. The wife's gratitude to Allah for his blessings kept her happy in her marriage. Ismail was happy, too. He loved his wife, and cherished her for her support. Ibrahim was happy as his son had found a good wife, one who be grateful to Allah her for her support. Ibrahim was happy as his son had found a good wife, one who was grateful to Allah.